You know, it takes a certain set of mad scientists to put together a film like Sneakerella. And I'm not mad at it at all. Therefore, I got a bunch to talk about with it. Let's jump into that review of that film right now. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film Sneakerella, which is coming to Disney Plus May 13th. Now, as I said, it takes a certain group of mad scientists to come up with a film like Sneakerella because, yes, you hear the name, so you obviously can tell it's a play on Cinderella, and then with the beginning being sneakers, you're like, oh, it's a combination of that. And indeed it is, but it's super unique, it's super refreshing, and just the ideal itself ain't really something you could just pick out of a random hat. Therefore, you know, being able to put together something like this and making sure that you show true appreciation to the original story of Cinderella, to the sneakerhead culture, and to amongst the other things, and kind of modernizing this story, they got it right. For real, for real. And I'm not even a huge fan of musicals, and even that I appreciate it. You know what I mean? So, right. It's based on Cinderella, but like a new, modern, updated version of it. They gender swap it, and then they immerse it into the sneakerhead community. And that's an important thing. That's also a very delicate thing. The sneakerhead community is very protected. Myself being a part of it, you know, we want things to be a certain way, and I think they nailed it right, showing the proper respect and appreciation to the original story Cinderella and to the sneakerhead community. And then this film is based in Queens, so like when you start talking about New York, then that's another level of appreciation you got to tackle. But I think they got it all right, to be honest. Going back into the musical aspect of this, again, I'm not a huge fan of musicals, but I really did like the hip hop and rap portions of performances in this film. Not to say I didn't like the other musical ones, but I think musicals are so random, and I just be like, oh, we're gonna get a singing performance here out of nowhere. It's kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. But like, they were solid, don't get me wrong. And Chosen Jacobs, who plays L, is very talented. He really embraces this character, which to me feels like an extension of who he is to some extent, being just talented in all different aspects of art, being able to rap, being able to sing, being creative, an artist, and all the sorts of different things. I mean, this is L essentially, because like, yeah, he put on a rap performance towards the end of the film that was really dope. He sung a couple of different times. It just worked, and the dude got swag. But at the same time, L is working at his stepfather's shoe store as he's working stock. But he is an inspiring sneaker designer. Now, his mom recently passed, and his mom is his hero. Everything he does is in tribute of his mother. He wants to make his mother proud. But with him being suppressed by actually not being able to show his talents and utilize his talents because his stepfather's not letting him do it, his stepbrothers are just haters, you know, he's struggling. And when he has opportunities for him to shine, sneaker conventions that's happening in town, you know, there's always some form of an obstacle in the way. He meets Kira King, who is also immersed in the sneakerhead community, also is the daughter of the legendary basketball player Darius King, who's also a big culture mogul. And I say culture mogul because he has his hand dabbled into a bunch of different things, but primarily in the next generation of shoe designs and products going forward. He's played by John Salley, legendary John Salley, by the way. So I know New York folks will be really happy about that. He's one of the greats here. Lexi Underwood is fantastic alongside of Chosen. Their chemistry together really brings it together. And although they're young and innocent, I think that like it's really telling because it really embodies that love at first sight feeling like the traditional Cinderella stories did. And again, because this is modern, because this is definitely cultured, shall I say, and still being able to respect the original story, I thought they did a really good job. And especially with the gender swapping of it, I thought was really dope. I again, to come up with an idea like this was really, really dope. But anyway, Elle looks to her in sort of a means of, I'm not gonna say opportunity as if he's an opportunist, but because of how motivating she is, because of her connections, because of just her beliefs into who he is, she essentially becomes his gateway out. You know, his opportunity to really show the world who he is. And it's just now about being able to prove everybody, you know, prove her right, but prove everybody else wrong. And that's where he gets to, he thrives to get to put out a design that will change the whole sneakerhead culture and world forever. And obviously he wants her dad to take a look at it as well, to see what it is, because he's also in the bind too. He's also having like a issue with creatives, and you know, he may be the answer, and he looks to and with, you know, Darius looking to his daughter for a more modern approach to what, you know, everybody's trying to consume. That's when she looks to L in order to figure out if there may be a way that everybody can help everybody. She wants to make her dad proud. L wants to show the world, and they also want to, you know, show together that they're a tandem to be reckoned with. So it's pretty cool, man. You know, it at times it's silly. At times, you know, it's exactly what you think it to be. It's still a Disney story. It's still going to have those Disney moments. And I think that, you know, when you just take a step back and just appreciate the story for what it is, even for somebody who doesn't like a musical, it's fun. It's family oriented. All ages will appreciate this to some extent. But yes, this younger generation, they're definitely gonna they're gonna love this one. I think they will. The performances, just how vibrant things are, how refreshing things are, the feel-good story that's intertwined in this, and then being able to connect the dots with the original Cinderella story, saying like, oh, that's that, and this modern approach of it. That's pretty dope. And like I said, Chosen, he got swag, so he carries his movies with ease. You know, when he's on screen, you're watching him, and I think him and Lexi has really good chemistry together. The two of them really makes this film work. And I also got to say, because I forgot to mention, Chosen's, L's best friend Sammy, played by Devyn Nekoda, is also this extra bit of charisma that just was the icing of the cake of this. So like, this young cast, they're fantastic, man. They're the future, and I can't wait to see them in many more projects going forward. So yeah, check it out, Sneakerella. It is going to be on Disney Plus May 13th. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about it when you do. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.